Hey guys, this is Not a Batman. I'm Alex.
I'm Amanda, and we're here to review the second to last episode of Gotham Knights. So before we get into spoilers, you like this episode, babes?
That's okay. Full disclosure, we've already watched this, or Amanda watched this. The first time we were watching this just to see how it ended. I kept falling asleep because this episode, for whatever reason, doesn't really hold my interest. And maybe it's because it's a lot of like setup to the final episode, and sometimes, depending on how that's handled, I just don't know what it is, but it just, like, it didn't really engage me that much.
Okay.
What do you think?
I like it. I was more enthralled the first time.
Yeah.
But since we were rewatching it to do the review, I was less enthralled because, like, I've already seen it. So, like, I know how it's going to end, so it doesn't matter anymore.
And it's not one of those shows, I feel like. I mean, maybe it is, but it's not one of those shows that, like, is, like, rewarding with, like, a rewatch, I guess, because it is, like, a mystery type thing. So, like, if you kind of already know what happens, there's not really... Like, I know some little details I didn't see the first time, and we'll go into that. Like, I'll just say it, like, they're the suits, like, because there's spoilers. There's more than one Talon, and there's slight variations with their suits.
I had noticed that on the first watch.
Well, no, I said the second watch.
I know you noticed it. I noticed it on the first one.
Oh, okay. Well, I was like I said, I was falling in and out of sleep the first time we watched this.
All right. So I guess you want me to start recapping
Amanda's official recap of the show that's almost done, that we're both kind of bummed about.
Okay, so you open up and
we're both kind of bummed about that, right?
Yes, I'm mad that they're not doing a season 2, but we'll get into that next episode.
Okay.
So you open up and Lincoln March and his wife, and you see they're talking about I want to say Electron, but that's not what it's called.
Well, it opens up on the actual, like, him winning, basically, with the balloons and stuff, right?
No.
It doesn't open up right there?
No, before it, they're, like, talking about the ceremony they're gonna do. And,
right.
And she's preparing the Talons to, like, resurrect them, but you don't realize that there's more than one at this point. So
yeah, unless you heard us talk about it earlier.
Yeah, so you have the Talons, right? And then it goes to them in the wait, does it do Duella first, or does it do the other guys first?
I think we see Duella next, and, like, they're in the trailer thingy.
Yeah, and her mom's talking about how she had this big job, and how Duella needs to change her name so that they can, get out of Gotham.
Names are Shiv, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then we go back and we see the Knights. I'm going to just call them the Knights. And you see Stephanie, and she's talking to Harper. Harper's like, did you sleep well? Stephanie's like, don't know if it's losing my family or the broken couch. And her and Harper are just talking and, being all cutesy. And Harper's a little insecure, and Stephanie's a little insecure. And it's,
And there's a brief misunderstanding where, like, she thinks, like,
Stephanie regretted.
Yeah, and that maybe it was one of those things where just to, like, piss off her family.
That was later on.
Oh, oops. Anyway, sorry, it kind of ran together.
Yeah. That's why I do the recaps.
I'm just trying to contribute and not just sit here while you talk.
Yeah. So anyway, and then we see Cullen and his BFF, Turner. And Cullen's like, it's so much easier to sleep in without Duella chugging an energy drink and cursing. And obviously Turner's a little sad. Yeah. And they talk about Duella, and then you see Lincoln March has, like, won the candidates, or the mayoral candidacy thingy, and he's talking, and then you see that it's on this TV, and they talk. Well, wait, Oh, that's after. My bad. That is after they find, they hear beeping. They hear a mysterious ticking noise.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, y'all probably don't get that reference.
I don't get it either. What is that from?
Snape. Severus Snape. You know, the Potter puppet pals, the mysterious ticking noise.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. I've only seen that video once or twice. Also, I swear we like each other, guys, even though sometimes it seems like that we get a little irritated with each other on these shows.
Bullying him is my love language.
No, just talking about, like, me, too. Sometimes I seem like I'm a little bit short with her, but it's where we love each other and we actually enjoy doing the show together, for the record, guys. Anyway, back to the
I feel like saying that now makes them think that we don't. Like, I would never assume that we...
people that know us know that we, like, it's just part of, like, who we are. But anyway, let's not spend too much time
Anyway, as I was saying, they hear this, like, beeping, and they're trying to figure out what it is. Is it a fire alarm? What is it? Oh, it's a low battery sensor. Let's call Carrie and see what it's for. Oh, it's for the lapel camera. Oh, that means the lapel camera was not destroyed. That means that something's wrong. Brody is missing. Oh, Lincoln March won the mayoral election. Oh, that's live on television right now. Oh, we have the schematics to the March building. Oh, Stephanie knows where he hid it. Oh, let's go sneak into the March building and steal the lapel camera so that we have evidence. So that's what they did. Right? Also, Harvey got fired as DA.
Yeah, and and they, what's his name?
Cullen.
Cullen shows up and, like, gets something off of.
So Cullen pretends to be officer.
I don't even know. I'm drawing a blank.
He pretends to be the officer again. So he asked Harvey to confront Lincoln, and then he goes to, like, break it up. And while he's doing that, he steals Lincoln's wallet so that they can get into the building to get to the penthouse.
That's right.
So that Stephanie can get the lapel camera. So, yeah. He turns off, so obviously Cullen, because he's super smart, turns off the sensors and stuff, and Stephanie and Harper sneak into the building, get everything. They get up there, they get the stuff. Oh no, the alarm's tripped. That's familiar. So they, like, get in the elevator and they go. They're like, where do we go? They're like, let's go to floor N. So they go to floor N, which, surprise, it's floor 13, because a lot of old buildings used to skip 13 because it was superstitious and bad luck.
Yeah.
And usually they would just make the 14th floor the 13th floor. However, Alan Wayne, who's the guy who built it, didn't do that. He created secret 13th floors on all of his buildings.
Yeah, which is in the comic.
Yep. So they're in there, and they're like, oh, maybe, so they're talking. That's when they have another moment where Harper's like, how do I know if you really wanted to kiss me, or if you just knew that I would be the person who would most piss off your parents? And she's like, I wanted to kiss you then, like I want to kiss you now. And then Harper is, like, looking at her, and then there's, like, a horrified look comes across her face. It's like, oh, that was a mistake, obviously. Harper's like, no, it's not that. We shouldn't be here. And she points, and there's a coffin. They open the coffin. Guess who was in the coffin? It's Brody. So Brody's, like, alive, pops up, whatever. Then security guards come in and shoot Brody. At some point, I don't remember when this happens, but at some point they call Harvey and tell him about the 13th floor. Yes.
He gets back up after he's shot, though. So.
I know. I was getting back to that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were moving past that. I just wanted to mention that.
No. So give it a little bit of time. Brody comes back up because he can't die because of the... Is it Electrum?
Sure.
The thingy.
I don't remember either.
The magical life juice.
I've been out in the sun all day, guys.
We're gonna call it the healing stone. Anyway, so because of the like little healing rock thingy. So then they get out of the building, they go back, they regroup. oh my goodness, we see Duella and her mom, and they're talking, and her mom's like, go get those watches and we can go fence them. So Duella goes back to go get the watches. And so they get the watches, and she talks to the guys. She's like, oh my god, y'all replaced me with a jock. And then Turner goes and talks to her, tells her about her mom and how she had drugged him and was trying to like send him to the police, all this other stuff. And Duella goes and is like upset, and she's like, she doesn't know what you mean to me. He's like, what do I mean to you? She's like, you know. So anyway,
what did she say? Like she doesn't respond back, basically?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
So then, they're gonna go infiltrate the owl meeting, right? So you see Miss March talking to the owls about like this rebirth and how now they have 6 talons. And then you later see her talking to Lincoln, and he's like, oh, what did you do to me? She like killed him, but he's only going to be dead for a few days because of the rock stuff in his system. And so he dies. She stages it, slices all of the other owls' necks. They're dead. Sets up the Gotham Knights to take the fall. So when they get there, the police show up, and everybody's dead. And it looks like they did it. So they get arrested, taken to the police station. That's kind of where we're at now. Oh, Duella hears that they've been arrested and that they're trying to do the death penalty. And she's like, oh, even little bird. And
I like that.
Yep. And so she's like, I gotta go help my friends, to her mom. And then her mom drugs her, and she's like, I love you, I always will, but the money was too good. So she's gonna sell Duella off, which, you know, messed up. And that's kind of how it ends.
What's interesting, something I noticed, and it's something that they sometimes do with
we didn't talk about Rebecca being Dr. Leviticus. I'm so sorry. At some point, Harvey goes to the 13th floor of Wayne Tower, and he finds a bunch of stuff about Dr. Leviticus, and he finds out that that's Rebecca, and that she's super, super old and was engaged to Alan Wayne.
Yeah.
And
but she's an original character. She's not in the comics as far as I know.
Yeah, and Harvey is like horrified, but Rebecca's like, I'm in love with you, and I'm just like, ooh.
She and do you think she plays like a crazy villain well?
I wouldn't say she's a crazy villain per se. She's not crazy. She's too calculating and
no, just the crazy eyes and stuff.
I don't think
like during certain shots she has the crazy eyes. Like I don't know how else to describe it. Where she's like her eyes are really big like this. Where she's just like.
I don't think it's meant to be crazy. I think it's meant to be like intimidating.
It's not intimidating.
I don't think that she's supposed to come off as crazy. She's supposed to be very calculating and cold.
It comes off as crazy to me. Anyway, what I was gonna say is earlier. Sometimes it's interesting when they'll do this when they introduce like a character's parents, like a pre-established character. They'll kind of make the parents sometimes like not like facially resemble them, but sometimes just like with their style or something resemble them. And that's kind of what they did with Duella's mom to a certain extent, which I thought was kind of cool with like her hair color and just her general like kind of look and everything. I just thought that was kind of interesting to kind of, so you could tell they were like kind of related or kind of thing. Like I thought that was kind of cool. Duella wears it better, obviously, though, like clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was a cool detail.
I didn't really notice, but like yeah, I could see that. I think it's just the like a little like counterculture like fashion, you know.
Yeah, and then I did like another line in this, like whenever, because Harvey gets fired, like we mentioned earlier, and he's like packing his things, and he pulls out like a letter from Bruce saying like basically enjoy, like you got him like some alcohol or something, and so like he goes to open it, and then that's when Turner calls. He's like, I'm trying to hit rock bottom right now, or he says something like that. It was a funny line, and I appreciated it.
Yeah.
And that was just like a little moment I appreciated, like a little small moment. Did you have any small moments that you appreciate? I know you like the little bird thing.
I do, and then any of the scenes that were just Stephanie and Harper made my little heart flutter. I was just like, oh, babies. Also, I like how seamlessly Brody like integrated into the fold. Yeah. That was so cool. I like the costumings a lot, especially Brody's. He looks so badass. Like, they all looked so cool and like very much like vigilantes.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is that going back to the first thing you mentioned is that, like, I said in the last episode, and I'll say it again, I like that their growing relationship is kind of handled more like romantically than like fetishized or anything. Like, it's just nice. Like, it's very like sweet and everything, which is kind of cool and like something you need to see more of. And I appreciate that. And then like I do like Brody and him. Like, we kind of glossed over it a little bit, but like they have that moment where they kind of like him and Turner see eye to eye, and they have like that handshake and everything, which is kind of cool. And then, like, you know, Brody's more than a jock. Like, he's actually like really likable. And
well, listen, he's not a bad guy, and I feel like he was ready to help clear everybody's name and get his father put in jail.
You know, because Duella described him as a jock, and so that's why I made the point he's more than that, you know?
I know. Yeah, I feel like, because I used to talk shit about Brody.
I never did, for the record.
I didn't like him because I didn't like his dynamic with Stephanie. But he's not, he is a good guy. Like, he was friends with Carrie. Like, you know, they, like, at the hospital, he was like, talk to your mom, like, so-and-so. He's like a really good guy. He wants to do the right thing. You know, and then he took the blame for Stephanie when she hacked into the bank.
Right.
There's just, he deserved better parents than he had.
Oh, that's an understatement. Yeah, especially one that everybody deserves better parents. Ones that don't like knock you out to get like more money, or like basically are terrible to you and guilt you into like having your mom take a bunch of drugs and everything and just sweep it under the carpet, or one that just straight up like murders you because you get in the way, kind of thing. Like
Brody's mom.
Yeah.
Or like, to be fair,
the only good mom in this show is Carrie's mom.
Yes. I was like, to be fair, like, I'm assuming that Bruce was a good dad. And then Turner's parents, have they discovered that yet? When was that, like, discovered?
Maybe last episode.
Last episode?
It had to have been, because, like, he's not hung up on that anymore.
Right. No, it has to be. No. It's the very last episode, because it's...
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, so, oops. Sorry, guys.
Well, we haven't talked much about it. I just asked vague questions.
But yeah, anyway, we done? We good?
I don't have anything else to talk about. I feel like it was more of just a recap. This episode was really good for, like, exposition. It's setting stuff up. I did see the end of the court for now, but, you know, with Dr. Leviticus or Rebecca March, whatever you want to call her,
whatever her name
still
is.
around, you know, there's the possibility of the court rebuilding. She does have Harvey at the moment, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Knights are in jail. Duella's mom has betrayed her.
Yep.
Like, you know, we're just waiting to see how it ends.
Yep. Anyway, so next episode, since I've been saying it every episode, I'll say it now. Watch the show, Ben. Gonna have a compilation of that at the beginning of the next episode, where we'll cover the last episode of Gotham Knights, and then also on their Patreon, he did mention that we'll always bring that up and everything, so we'll have that. So do you want to say it too?
Yeah, Ben watched the show. On a side note, this is unrelated, but also very important and related. Just remember that, like, even though we are reviewing things, that as, like, new stuff begins to come out, you need to support both the, like, Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild in, like, their strike. So if you can avoid new media, you should.
Yeah.
Don't cross a picket line to go see something. Like, I'm sorry, just don't do that, because these are people's livelihoods, and large production companies are being really shitty and trying to screw a lot of people out of work and money and proper benefits. And you need to support actual human beings, because corporations are shitty.
Yeah.
And production companies are shitty.
I was gonna say, I actually did sign something yesterday that was like, basically like for the Writers Guild and everything. I did sign something yesterday. It might have been a petition, I'm not sure, but I did sign something.
Yeah, but so there are resources online if you would like to learn different ways that you can support the strike.
Yeah, I'll look into that and post links in the show notes.
Because remember, production companies said they're going to literally try to starve these people out so that they don't have to do anything more than they're already doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not okay. So, be a decent human being and, be willing to wait to see things.
Yeah.
And don't give production companies your money right now if you can avoid it.
Yeah.
What I was going to say about online is Screen Actors Guild, and I think the Writers Guild also have certain rules and guidelines about what you can go see, what you can't go see, and things like that. I'm only saying that because I know that Barbie and Oppenheimer are both coming out, and I can't remember if I think it is currently fair to go to theaters with the most current new releases, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to say that you should do that if it would be
just do your research.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh no, that's not good.
I thought it was important.
That's important. Yeah, that's important to say, and definitely I was gonna include a link regardless because it is important. But yeah, I actually lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. But to double down on what I said earlier, and even though it would sound like you said earlier, that we don't love each other, that we're being weird, we do really love each other. It's just kind of a bit that we do mess with each other. So just to double down, we do love each other. We love you guys for listening. So
It's a bit. You're
ruining this. Anyway. The case in point right there, it is just we mess with each other, and if I sound like I'm mildly annoyed sometimes, I'm not, or I might be, but it's it's out of love, it's not what.
Well, I'm the youngest. It's my job to be annoying.
You're only 3 years younger. Don't.
I meant I'm the youngest sibling.
Oh, I was just don't milk that. Anyway, this episode's gone on too long. This is Night of the Batman. I'm Alex.
I'm Amanda.
And we will come up with an ending catchphrase eventually.